Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode. So I'm actually picking right back up after last episode. 3 episodes in a row. Let's do this. But I decided, since I've got the soul crystals, I want to go ahead and push on into landcraft. It took me like 5 minutes of debating, and I was just like, yeah, it's just going to make my life a whole lot easier. And I'm at the point where I can easily do this. I guess it's one of the benefits of pushing. We kind of pushed heavy sort of into magic. We did Lordcraft and technically we started Britannia, but we really haven't done any Britannia yet. But I don't want to do too much more with magic stuff until we're at a point where we can automate the things as we go, because there's just so much microcrafting at this stage, and I want to make this a bit easier for us. So what we're going to do, we're going to start pushing into some Lordcraft. And I've got this Fricyon and this Garfax. I can't remember which one's a higher tier. Which one's a higher tier? I think Garfax, right? Yeah, Garfax is a higher tier. I think that's 8.5 compared to Fricyon's 8. Yeah, that's an easy way to usually tell. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of Garfax into here. And realistically, I should probably... I mean, I could triple this like we've been doing, but I'm just going to double for now. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of that running, because we're going to need a bunch of this here soon. Okay, and actually, before we get started today, Fur3 Fry, if you didn't read the pinned comment on the last episode, Fur3 Fry let me know that the Gas Queen can drop the gas tiers. It's just a very low chance in this pack. So we just didn't get lucky on our 4 kills. So we're going to pull a Rose Dawson. We're going to chuck our Gas Queen tiers off into the sea. Oops. So just a heads up. We're going to get those legit. I didn't know that. I thought it was just bugged, but apparently it's not. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. And what I want to do, let me go ahead and just get a Garfax pick. And we're going to head into the landcraft dimension. And we're going to be here for a spell this episode, because I've got to do a bit of mining. Now, the most important thing for us to do first is we need to gather up all the metals that we come across. And I need to get Morganite, which is going to be our next tier metal. But I need to gather up a bit of this, because to do what I want to do, I am going to need a decent amount of this stuff. But as soon as we can upgrade to, as soon as I get like another Morganite, we're probably going to go upgrade our pick again, because we need to push on to the top tier pick. And also any Abyssal Knight that I come across, I'm going to go ahead and snag that also. Please just ignore me. Just going to run right by you, Mr. Skeleton. Oh, I can mine Racheline. Maybe that one's better. I don't know. That one was a tier 6. Let's see, Morganine is a 9. Racheline's a 10. Yeah, I guess we need Racheline. And I've got enough. Okay, so let's warp on home. And let me, really quickly, let me process this Racheline. And what we really need is Kaline. But this Racheline, I believe, will be able to mine that for us. So then let's head back, and I think we're pretty much set. I don't think I'm going to need any other pick upgrades to mine everything. So let's just pop down. And basically I just need to go on a big mining spree at this point. I need to get lots of these metals. And I know there was some Kelline, I think. Yeah, right here. So Kelline, we need Racheline to mine that. And it seems to be, from what I've seen, it's not super... None of the landcraft ores seem to be super rare. But I do believe that one seems to be the rarest from what I've seen, just down here mining Friccion. Realistically, Kelline will probably be the one that I... if I triple one, it'll probably be Kelline. I'm finding a lot of Racheline and a lot of pretty much everything, but... Oh, and I'm going to have to get Landium. Quite a bit of Landium, I think. Also. I've got a little bit, but I haven't been mining it too much. That's a nether. You know, we found it a while back. But, okay, we've got a fair amount. I'm going to warp back and get some of this stuff processed real quick and figure out exactly... I'm going to take this. I'm going to figure out exactly how many of the ores I'm going to need. I can't remember exactly how many I'm going to need for this, but it's actually not, it's not going to be too bad. It is a little bit expensive, but if you just spend a little bit of time just mining this stuff and building up a little bulk supply of it, then you'll never have to mine it again, more or less. Oh, actually, Morganite. Oh, gosh. I'm going to need that. Morganite, I think, mainly just spawns up a little bit higher here. And now that I think about it, I've got to check something when we get back to the base. Okay, I've got a little bit. I'm going to warp home real quick. And let me go ahead. Let's see, I think we need for this. Let me actually just go ahead and grab these. We're going to go ahead and craft this out now. Oh yeah, and we're going to have to push into blood magic a little bit this episode. And then we're going to need a block of Garfax there. And I need 2 more, I guess. So, really just 3 blocks of Garfax is all I'm going to need. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that. Garfax goes right here. Go ahead and sort that. We're just going to stick our 2 blocks of Garfax in here, I suppose. And, yeah, so I'm not going to need any of this Garfax. And then... let's see, our Racheline ore. We'll go ahead and get that running. I'm going to need a little bit more of that, in fact. But not all that much. And do we need thorium for this, or do we not? We do not. Okay, so we don't even need thorium, really, at all. Let me go ahead and get that block of Racheline. That goes here. Yeah, I basically need 4 more ingots of Racheline. Is all I need. And then let's go ahead and do our Kelline. I could have tripled it, but I'm not that worried about it, to be perfectly honest. Even though, technically, I do have rich slag here. But truth be told, this really isn't all that expensive. Because it's not like the ores are rare at all. So, I think that goes there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Somebody's fighting Azora. Let's see. There's our Kelline. I won't need the thorium. I'm just going to stow this away for now. And I'm just going to need just a little bit more Kelline, like 3. So basically 2 ores is all I need. And I've got enough Morganine. We don't need any more of that. Now, one thing I am going to need quite a bit of that I haven't started farming, which really won't be too hard for us to farm because we can farm it with this pick. Which does make life a little bit easier. I need to go and farm up. Did I run it? or something. I thought I had some built up. Maybe I spent it on something, actually. It's this right here, actually. Landium. We'll go ahead and pull it out of there, and I need to actually lock some of these drawers in. That goes there, and then our block of Landium goes there, and that's pretty much all of the Tower of Landia except for the end crystal. Yeah, basically at the moment I just need one more block of Kaolin and one more block of Rachaline, and then I'm going to need four more blocks of Landium. So to mine that, I'm going to have to go into the nether. I have to pop into the nether. So I'm basically just going to need like 18 ores if I'm doubling, which really isn't too bad. I thought I had some more of it lying around, but maybe I smelted it all to get that block, or I used it for something. I don't know. But this stuff is usually pretty common. I'm going to grab this stuff as I come across it, but probably the best way to mine it is just ceiling mine it. Yeah, this right here is what I want. I need 18, ideally 18 ores of that, and that way I don't have to bother with doubling it. Speaking of, is nether amethyst really used in this pack for much? Yeah, a little bit. Are the blocks used for anything that I should be aware of? No. So if I mine a little bit of this, it wouldn't hurt. Okay, we've got plenty of Landium now. So I'm going to go ahead and warp home. And let me get that smelted up. And then I have to go farm up. That's going to be it on Landium for us. But I'm going to need a little bit more Rachaline and Kaolin. Not much. A couple ores of each. And we'll be all set. Ah, here we go. Off of me. Okay. And we've got, yeah, we've got plenty of Kaolin. Okay, so I'm going to warp on home now. We have all the metals that we need. So now we have to switch gears and turn our attention over towards blood magic at this point. Okay, so beyond what we needed here, which is pretty much just one of every block, we needed 2 Rachaline, 4 Kaolin, 2 Morganine, 2 Friccion, 2 Garfax, and 4 Landium for what we're going to be doing today. Oh, I didn't realize I had a full stack of Rachaline right there. I think I had that like the whole time and just didn't even notice it. Okay, so anyways, now that we've got that, we need to turn our attention over towards making end crystals, which the beacon is not a problem. The Carmonite, not a problem. The lunar dust, not a problem. But the blank runes is the one thing that we're going to have to actually do a little bit of effort to do. Really not too bad. I'm going to need a gold furnace. I'm going to need 4 steel. I'm going to need reinforced exoskeleton plates, 2 of those. And then I'm going to need some demonic wheel. Let me get these. And then, actually, let me go ahead and just pull up the blood altar here. And we're pretty much done with these picks. I don't think we'll ever need them again. Okay, so there's our gold furnace. We've got our exoskeleton plates. We've got our 4 steel. Yeah, and then we just need the demonic wheel. So let's take a look at snares. What do we need for these? They are mana-infused dust, string, and iron. Okay. And where's the quests for... Where are the quests for blood magic? Oh, right here. The magic of blood. They want us to get Do I have to? Because then I gotta do all that, and really not worried about that at the moment. Oh, but we get 16 rudimentary snares if we do that. Okay. Let me grab 16 rotten flesh real quick. Okay, let's set our blood to the bottom. And let's just pour this out to make our coagulated blood. And then to dry these out, the drying rack is just slabs. Okay. Which I think I've got some slabs over here. It's going to take a second for these to run, but it's not too bad. Okay. We'll just place these out. And this is basically just a guidebook for the mod. And then in addition, I'm going to need a book and quill, and I'm going to need 4 searing crystals. And I tell you what, while we're waiting on our blood to dry out, turn that back down. We're going to pop back into here, and I need to find one mob. Okay, I found one. Let's just capture him in our soul vial. Easy way to find them is, there's another one actually. We'll just go ahead and kill one. Ah! What all did you drop? Rice and solidified experience, solid XP, a bunch of junk. Okay. Easy way to find them is go in here to your options. Go to your mini-map preset and set mob displays large icons. They're not going to show an icon, but the majority of the mobs that spawn here do. So you're looking for a red circle on your mini-map that doesn't have an icon. And that's going to be what you want. So, and our blood is now done. So let's go ahead and just snag all of that. And let's get our sanguine scientum. And there we go. And we get 16 rudimentary snares, 5 racks for that. And then let's go ahead and make sure that our particles are on. That's great. And let's go to the hunting dimension. So many dimensions. Alright, so what I need to do... There we go, I got particles. Kill him. Quest complete. Demonic wheel. There we go. And let's get a little bit more. It's funny that I catch them on fire with my snares. I might as well use up all of our snares while I'm here and doing it. We got a 3.77, a 2.56, and a 2.84. All pretty good ones, actually. And I've still got 8 snares left. Do I use these for anything at all? No. Okay. There we go. I've only got 1 left now. There went all my luck, I suppose. Okay. And the last one I got is a 4.36. Alright, well, I'll take it. Let me go ahead and just warp home. Oh, my base is such a mess. I promise we're going to make it a bit nicer soon. I promise. There is our blood altar. And yeah, use my lowest one, I think. And quest complete. 10 racks for that. And we got 5 racks for our demonic wheel. And then we're going to need the sacrificial dagger. Oh, we got a divination sigil for this. Which is solium and a black quartz sword. Okay, that's solium dust, that's prudentium, and soul dust, that's soul stone. Okay, that is easy enough. Let me grab a couple cobbled soul stone. And let's go ahead and just drop this down also. Right there. Oh wait, I'm going to need a lot more than that. I don't know what I'm thinking. And then we're going to need 8 prudentium also. And then I need to smelt this up again to get our soul dust. There's our sacrificial dagger. Yay. And then our weak blood orb is a Lordic runestone of fire. Okay. And that's going to be Lordic stone around a simple runestone, which is stone around a mana infused shard. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and go ahead and get a little bit of blood in there. Let's go ahead and get our simple runestone. And then I need to upgrade this to that. Which there's an easier way for us to make Lordstone. I can't remember which. I want to say it's Earth. I think. Because if you notice, there's that there. Actually, this dimension won't really work for this. Because I have to transmute to make this, so I guess I should pop over to here. Yeah, it's this one here. I can just make our Lordstone with that. There's other ways that we can do it, like through transmutation, which we're going to get into here in a little bit. We're definitely not done with Lordcraft, but we're kind of taking a short break because there's actually a lot of content to go through on it. Oh. Okay, so that plus our simple runestone. There's our Lordic runestone. And then, which we can upgrade these then to crystal runestones as well. But for the blood orb, we needed Lordic runestone of fire, which we're going to need a utility Lordic runestone and a scorching crystal. So what we do is we just swap this over to utility and that, and a symbol runestone. And then let's do, I had it backwards, scorching crystal, Lordic utility, and there we go. There is our Lordic runestone of fire utility. So with this, I don't think, let's see, let's grab this, let's add it in, and then that's what it does. So for a little bit of fire mana, I can create lava with that one. Let me get rid of this though, because I don't actually want it. Whoops. But that's not one that I'm actually going to want, but you can see that it used almost an entire crystal's worth. I have 50, maybe I had 50 already in there. But if you're wearing, honestly, with those, you want to be wearing the armor set with the runestones that you're using and the staves that you're using. But we'll get more into that here pretty soon. But that's the basics of the runestone. But this is 2,000 life points, and if we take our divination sigil, we have 2,200 in there, so we'll just go ahead and add that in. And there we go, there's our weak blood orb. And we get 5 rack from that. Okay, so at this point, what's that? Altar. Okay, not really doing any of that. I just need, right now I just need 2 runes. Or 2, yeah, runestones. So let me grab 4 of these. And there we go. We're going to be automating those inscription tiles soon. That's why I don't want to push too far into blood magic at the moment, because that would just be nightmarish. Okay, so we've got that. And then back over to landcraft. to make our end crystal, we're going to need 2 of these. So I'm going to need 12 steel. I'm not sure if I want to go for regen or more resistance next. I don't know. I mean, my regen right now is not terrible, but it could be a whole lot better, that's for sure. That, balance. There we go. It's going to be our 1 nether star that we've got, but this is a perfect use for it. And we can easily go farm up more, so. Alright. There is that. There is that. And then there is our Tower of Landia. And let me go ahead and grab this stuff back out. Okay. Now the fun begins. Before I head out, there's one thing I need to grab real quick. And that is I need an Ender Shard. From Woot. And what we're going to do, let's pop over to Landia. My flight like bugs out every time I change dimensions. Just for a minute, but it does bug out. Let's find us a nice semi-flat spot. This right over here looks good. And what we're going to do, we're going to place down our Tower of Landia here. And then, let's see, we need Landium. Around that, we need Kelline. Around that. And then, let's see, to the north needs to be Fricyon, and it is 2 blocks out. And then over here will be Garfax. This is to the west, of course. To the south, we're going to have our Racheline. And then to the west, we're going to have Morganine. If we click on that, make these towers 2 block high and 3 meters from the master to the north, blah, blah. So in the lower layers, the master tower in Landia with the landmaster in the nether layer. And the Kelly in the Ender. Because I guess normally Kelline comes from the end. And then Frisia Morgan, Rachel Carrot. The tower is almost activated. Now sacrifice the one who has the power of the Azanar. And that's where we need the wizard. Right here. So. No. I want you to stay up close to this. My crazy knockback. And there we go. There's Big Brother. This is the boss of the dimension. So what we're going to do, we're going to smack him. There we go. We got Big Brother slotted. And now we just have to beat him dead. He actually doesn't do anything on his own. But you can see he's summoning like lots of crap at the moment against us. So... Oh wait, why am I doing this? Why don't I just, we'll just do that. Alright. I swear, Lordcraft is so overpowered. Might even be better to switch to this. Just so I can kill off all the ads in the area. I kind of want to deal with that lava real quick. Just because I don't want it like stealing drops or anything like that. He's watching me. I think all the ads are dead at the moment, so. Oh. I lied. There's more. Alright. He's just about had it, though. There we go. He is dead. And now I just got to burn down his ads real quick. And you can see he dropped a lot of junk. And there's just stuff everywhere. Okay. Let's see. He dropped Landia Weather Wand. Music discs, I don't care about those. Or gold. Landmaster's Wings, which are basically flight. But they do need power. 100 RF per tick to fly. And you can see he dropped Racheline, Morganine. He dropped 2 sets of Landmaster's Wings. He dropped a Nether Star. That makes me wonder about something. Oh, this might be so brokenly good. It's just going to be stupid good, I think. Let me grab that, I guess. I don't really need it, but... a second. Oh, that's Landium. Okay, I don't really want that. Okay, well anyways, there's a bunch of trash around here. I can always come back later and get it if I want. But let's go ahead and warp home. And what we are going to do... Oh, it didn't count it. Bah! No! Okay, so in that case, I'm going to have to make, like... it's not too bad. I'm going to need 2 more Landium, 2 more Kaolin, and then 1 of each of the rest of these. That's not terrible, in truth. Okay, well, give me just a minute. I think maybe I didn't kill him with this hammer. What I'll probably do next time is just get him low and then punch him or something, you know. I mean, it was in my hotbar, I believe, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I got most of the Landium that we needed from just picking over the corpses, because there was a bit of Landium there from the mobs that we were killing. But there's our 2 other blocks of Landium, our 2 other blocks of Kaolin, and our last block of Morganite. I went ahead and set down all the rest of the stuff. I'm just going to put this in here for now, just to get it all out of my inventory. And we should be all set to go kill the boss again. Which is fine. He's really not a tough boss or anything. The worst part is I gotta go find me another wizard, but chances are there is possibly a wizard around here. What I should probably do is whenever I'm fighting the boss, if he summons them, just grab a couple or grab one as a just in case I need to summon him again kind of thing. That should, yeah. So now all we need, go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to kill him with something other than the hammer this time, because maybe it didn't register because of that. There we go, there's a wizard. They're not too hard to find if you utilize Journey Map for it. Let's go ahead and... Whoop. Okay. Huh. Ha-ha. Let me just grab him. Well, that's like not even remotely working. Hi-ya! There we go. There's Big Brother. Okay, I've still got him slotted. Let's just get to work on him. And I'm going to go with this spell. May not be the fastest thing in the world, but it does take care of him right and proper, so. And all of his eyes, it's like perfect because it's just like uber AoE mode. Is it possible to punch him to death? Oh yeah! Okay. Now let's take care of all these ads. Oh my gosh. And it is programmed this time, so that's great. That's great. Well, it looks like I got another nether star. Awesome. If he drops nether stars, that's just going to be amazing. Now, I believe that he's a tier 4, I want to say. But we're going to need to get ourselves a controller core and a factory base real quick. Let me pop on home. And I think we're going to have to make a new structure because, like I said, I think he's a tier 4. I remember testing it a while back, but I don't remember what he was. It's been a while, so let me go grab all of this junk. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm really not looking forward to this. At all, but that's okay. I need to just make a bunch of prisms, I feel like. Because I end up using these things and I always hate crafting them without automation. So, yeah. So there's 5 prisms. Oh wow, we actually need them for the Infinite Chaos Bauble. As well, from Content Tweaker. What's that used for? Hi! Creative chest. Okay. So anyways, there's that. And then I need controller core, which is Stygian iron plate with a core die. I'm going to turn my drop item back on to this because otherwise this is going to be like an impossible mod to do. Okay, so if we take our Ender Shard that's got Big Brother in it, then we drop on that and that. There we go. And it is a tier 4. Okay, so in that case, let's set the intern up to a tier 4. We are going to need to get ourselves 10 factory flesh casings, 14 factory bone casings, 35 factory blaze casings, 60 factory ender casings, 95 factory nether casings, 4 factory upgrade bases, 2 factory tier 1 caps, 4 factory tier 2 caps, 5 factory tier 3 caps, and 7 factory tier 4 caps, in addition to the factory heart, the controller, which we've already got, the importer, the exporter, and the basic advanced or premium power cell. Yes. Okay. So give me a bit, I guess. I think most of these are going to be pretty, yeah, because it's like that. I'm going to have to craft a bunch of soulstone, but it's not bad. But let's see. The factory nether casings. This here. We're going to need tier 4 shards or nether star shards. But how many of these did I actually need for the factory nether casings? Oh, 95 of them. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I can get tier 4 shards if I make a tier 3 farm. I'm pretty sure the wither is also a tier 4. Because then I wouldn't need that. I just need ender casings, which ender casings are just tier 3 shards or ender pearls. And see, I've actually got I've got 109 stacks of tier 3 shards. So bumping this up to a tier 3 should allow it to make tier 3 shards. And I believe, if we take a look at this, it's 10, 14, 35, 424. 10, 14, 35, 424. So all I have to do for that is make 60 factory ender casings, 5 factory tier 3 caps, which the tier 3 caps, cap cores, emerald shards, creeper heads. And I needed, what, 5 of these? Okay, that I think we can do pretty easily. That would be the ideal scenario, because really, I mean, I could kill Big Brother a few more times, but that kind of defeats the purpose. I'm kind of wondering if once... Oops. If once he's up and running, if he's going to give us nether stars. Because if so, that's going to be oh so very good. There's that. And then we need factory bases. I'm going to need a few more crafts of those, though. And then I need... So that takes nether star. But that I can swing. I just can't... I don't really want to have to afford the other way around. The having to do the 95 tier 4 caps, that would just be terrible. 10 more of those. There's our 60 ender casings. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And what time is it? We're getting pretty close to server restart, but I beat it. I beat it. Okay, what we're going to do is let's set to tier 3. I wish I knew what was in the way, supposedly. I can build the tier 2. Means there's something probably in the way for the tier 3 at the moment. So let me build this out. It's probably the roof. We're not going to run this long term as a tier 4. I just need to get tier 3 shards, and it's a whole lot quicker than having to recraft this entire structure. So yeah, it's probably... man. Okay, well... Oh, I just tore up a lot of my roof. A whole lot more than I meant to, but that's okay. I can fix that back. Now we set it up to the tier 3. Oh, you... It's this, isn't it? Ugh. Yeah, that was probably all it was. Awesome me. Awesome me. Okay, so there we go. There's a tier 3. And then I could do the mouse 1 upgrade there. No, sorry. There. And let me just replace our ancient golem. And if we take a look now... yes, it's making tier 4 shards. That's what I want to see. And if we pop over, let me make sure that this has some space. And there's a pretty good chance it's going to take a minute before we start getting tier 4 shards, but it's fine. It's a 5% chance, which isn't terrible, especially using mass upgrade. I mean, it's only 2, but 2 ancient golems, but that's basically 10% every time that it runs through, you know. Okay, we just got our very first tier 4 shard shortly after the restart. So, I'm going to go ahead and slot that in like here. And let me go ahead and plop down... Yeah. Let me go ahead and plop down a void upgrade. 8 stacks, that's a lot. And I'll add some storage upgrades, probably before I go to bed. And then tomorrow, at some point, I'll come back. Probably before bed, I'm going to start crafting up the stuff for another Woot farm. This will be the last one that we craft before we automate Woot. I don't really want to do this anymore. Not manually. It's just so much microcrafting on that anvil. So this will be the last one that we craft until we get it automated. But we are going to be crafting a tier 4. We are going to be crafting a tier 4 for this. So, fun times. Let's see. We are needing 10 factory flesh, and I've got 3 factory flesh left, but 10 factory flesh, 14 factory bone, 35 blaze, 60 ender, 95 nether, 4 factory upgrade bases, 2 factory tier 1 caps, 4 factory tier 2 caps, 5 factory tier 3 caps, 7 factory tier 4 caps. The nether casings, though, that's where we need the tier 4 shards. It's going to save us a lot on nether stars in that case. And then this, that's not all that bad because one craft of that will do us for the tier 4 caps. So that's not even hard because we've got 2 nether stars from Big Brothers. Then we need the factory heart, the factory controller, importer, exporter. And then I'm probably going to go for maybe the premium power cell. Possibly. And that's just to go ahead and do it. Plus this is going to be the one that we stick a lot of upgrades into and stuff. That's just efficiency 3. Oh, but we need a dragon egg for that, so never mind. Not until we do the dragon. But I may try and push on. Yeah, I mean these really aren't that expensive. I may try to push on for the advanced power cell, and then we'll do that one once we get a dragon egg. So, but okay, I'll be back probably sometime tomorrow once I get all this stuff done, and we'll get on to setting this up. Okay, it has been a couple hours, and I was happy to note I did have to spend my last 2 nether shards, and I did set this up here. You'll notice I crafted up. I was just kind of, I've been in microcrafting hell, to be perfectly honest. I ended up not, because it's so cheap to upgrade these, and I found that my roof did fit. So I went ahead and I left this as a tier 3. And left this running. I'm just going to leave it as a tier 3. But you'll notice I did do, I had a mass upgrade, but I also added a rate and a looting upgrade to this. Just to speed it up and give us a better chance for our tier 4 shards. And a little bit faster rate. I'm done with this at the moment, though. Oh, yeah, I was charging this because it was dead. Let me go ahead and snag these. I'm not going to run any upgrades on this. It's just going back to very, very basic tier at this point. Because all I'm really needing out of that is archaic bricks for embers, basically, at this point. Now back in here, I set up this little area. You can see I've got a factory importer and exporter there. And then this is just some mob related things that I threw in here. And eventually we're going to have 5 Stygian iron anvils because we're going to do our Woot automation down here, I do believe. This is our skeleton druid, by the way. But you'll notice that I did go ahead and make efficiency 1, 2, 3, rate 1, 2, 3, looting 1, 2, 3, and mass. Well, that one was meant to stay on the other thing, but whatever. I will go put it back here in just a second. But I made a mass 1, 2, 3. Now, if you take a look here, they're not expensive when we had all the enchanted books we needed. Because it's just efficiency, it's power, it's looting, and it's fortune. And we have lots of those books. The thing I don't have is protection. I have horrible luck getting protection books to drop. But these things aren't expensive. The prismarine shards, I did make these through the atomic reconstructor. So if you're needing those, that's how I did that. But aside from that, it's all pretty much basic stuff. To make that. And I figured since I was already doing all this microcrafting, I might as well go ahead and knock that out. And we're going to be getting into some stuff. But you'll notice I did complete this quest. And I completed this quest. We get 10 racks from that. 10 racks from that. 10 racks. And then lastly, 10 racks. Now there's also the XP upgrade and the decapitate upgrade. We will get into those later, but I just don't need them at the moment. And I did craft an advanced power cell, but I cannot afford the better power cell at the moment. Now, up here, this is what the multi-block looks like. And I put this thing up here. It's horrendous looking, I think. But it's going to be Big Brother that's spawning here, so I figured why not. And I did our Urns of Sorrow up there because I won't be spawning that boss probably anymore. I don't imagine. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on this building, but I figured it was I don't know. I want this thing to be kind of front and center because this Big Brother system is what's going to really blow open tech for us, I think. Now, one thing I want to do, you may notice I have a simple or a basic power cell here in my inventory. What I want to do is I want to switch it. So I basically put this one over here to charge it. I'm going to put the basic one back because I wanted a little bit of power in this to get started, because Big Brother does take a little bit of power to spawn him. And I moved our nether portal over here because it just kind of, I don't know, it fit. So if we put that on there, it should form the multi-block. And, oh yeah, I want to, our exporter, I'm going to put storage crates around this for right now. And if we pop up, this is where it's beautiful. I did have a sneak peek. Look at all the stuff that we're going to generate from this. I'm actually going to, let me just break off. I just want one storage crate. I don't want it splitting the drops right this second. So we'll just set that up right there and let it feed this power cell for a minute. And that way it can finish off this craft. I want it to at least finish one Big Brother, and hopefully we're going to get a nether star. It's a high chance that we will, so I'm going to cross my fingers. But if I have to do one more run to jumpstart it, I will. Now, what I need to do, I have to go down. I'll show you the little path I have to go down. Oh, and we got 5 racks from this. I need to make energized capacitors. Because what I want to make right now is, I want to make a machine block. These are terrible. We're going to need to get advanced circuits, which require ender crystal. Never mind. I did not catch that. No, why you do this to me? Okay, that's not going to work then. Did it not finish that craft, really? Oh, it's still got some power in there. Okay. What to say? Okay, so I'm going to take a step back and reevaluate in that case. There we go. So in that case, I don't actually need to jumpstart this necessarily. But that's what all we got from a single craft. We did not get a nether star that time. We got unlucky. But you can see we got a lot of stuff. And you'll notice that we are going to be getting our Friccion, our Racheline, all that stuff for magical crops. So we're going to be getting from Big Brother. In addition to nether stars, in addition to blaze rods, in addition to all these things. Now, can I actually use this for anything useful to me? Or this, we can make the altar core. So that and that's pretty much going to be junk, which probably will not stack. We're going to be getting good food out of this, so. Well, I'm going to have to wait probably until, which actually, I don't mind. I'm starting to get tired, and I didn't really want to mess with all this, because I was going to have to make energized capacitors. I'd rather push on to tech before I did this, but I really wanted my thing from this. All the rest of this is very doable for us at the moment. It's just a whole lot of microcrafting. That's just that. I mean, that's default recipe. So, yeah, it's really just the Elven Quartz that's holding us back in that case. My plan was we were actually going to power this and run it off of a nether star generator. Was my plan. But, because this will put out a whole lot more power than what it takes to make nether stars. Because you can see we almost get 10 million RF, 4,000 RF per tick from this thing, and it only takes us 1,007,000 whatever to actually run it. But in that case, I think what we'll do is just kind of a temporary setup. We're going to set up some kind of temporary power into this. It doesn't even have to be the full amount of power, because to run Big Brother, we're going to need 530 RF per tick. 1,908,000 RF total. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you what. Just because I'm, like, tired and I don't feel like messing with it right now. Because we're going to be here soon, like, in the next couple episodes, because we're going to be pushing into tech, and we're going to sort that pretty easily. Though I might want to push on to the Elven Gateways. Okay. Because I can go without archaic bricks for a day or two. Because I'm not running anything automatic through that at the moment, so it's not a big deal. But that's going to start generating some power into our advanced power cell. And it's actually starting to build up quite a bit of power. Now, I'm curious, if I was to put like a mass upgrade on this, just curious if that's going to make it so it's spawning like 2 Big Brothers or something. Because right now we're just summoning 1. But if I throw that on there, yeah, it's now summoning 2 Big Brothers at a time. 820 RF per tick. But I'd say it's definitely worth it. It might slow down the spawning speed a little bit, but 2 of them at a time? It's going to be nice. Oh, man. Big Brother's going to be great. So, in that case, since we're back up and spawning now, what I want to do is, because this is going to inevitably back up with just storage crates, let me go ahead and just put that and that on there. And I want to pull out items. And I want to set a drawer here. Because what I'm most interested in at the moment is just stockpiling some nether stars. Actually, well, this will be fine, in fact. Yeah, so we'll say that you can insert, and then down here, we're going to have a trash can, because I don't even want the loot bags coming out of this at all. Long term, we'll plug it up to the same system that is over there, you know. But I don't want to make another ender chest right now because, yeah, I have some other things I want to do to this first. Oh, I thought I was totally going to get a nether star generator this episode and just have, like, crazy power coming in. But, of course, the rabbit holes. That's one thing that this pack does extremely well. It's like, oh, you think you're going to get that? Well, guess what? No. There's something just standing in your way. Of course, it would be Elven Quartz. Of all things, I was not expecting that. Because I was looking through that and I was like, oh yeah, this is all pretty simple. But for some reason, I didn't look at the ender crystals. And that's what got me in this one, in this case. So, alright. We'll just stick our trash can there. And we'll say that you can insert here, but you're going to have a filter. And I'm not going to be able to filter all the loot bags, I guess, but I'll filter what I can. Okay, dump the items into here. You can see we did get a nether star, so yay. So far we haven't gotten any loot bags. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and just say common loot bag, trash it. Uncommon loot bag, trash it. Rare loot bag, trash it. Oh, I feel like I could use more loot bags. I'm going to go ahead and add Landmaster's Wings and, well, these will stack. I'll keep the Landia Weather Wands. For now, I'm mainly looking at things that don't stack. So we'll do that, and then we'll do Epic Loot Bags as well. We'll keep artifacts and legendaries, I guess. I think their chance of dropping is pretty low. Uncommons are 10, rares 5, 11, there's 2. So we're looking at 2 and 1% chances that we'll actually be getting loot bags. So that's actually not too bad, I suppose. And then all the rest of the stuff will stack. And those will get trashed. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. I could make another filter, but I just really don't feel like it. I know I'm being like super lazy right now, but I'm so tired. Like this is like the 3rd episode of Ozone that I've recorded today, and let's go ahead and just set these to extract, extract, extract. So it's going to dump all that into there, and let me go ahead and grab these metals, and that, and just so we make sure we've got a bit of these metals when we come back, let's go ahead and just drag these. I might try to let this run for a minute before I go to bed, just to add more things in there, but and that should do the trick, just to let it run and build that stuff up passively, like while I sleep, and then we'll have lots of nether stars, and we can pretty much just do whatever we want with them. We've only ever killed the Wither one time, and I think that's going to be plenty for us, because Big Brother's here to help us out, and to give us all the nether stars we could ever want. And that means we don't have to worry about all this ore. There's a pretty good chance we'll probably still maybe set up an orchid, because I think there's some other materials that we'll still need from them, but as far as magical crops, we have all the metals now, so we don't have to worry too much about those, because of course Friccion makes our Prudentium, and I think it's Garfax makes our Intermedium, Morganine makes our Superium, then Rachaline does our Supremium, and Kelane does our Insanium. I just saw this. This is used to make Chaos Plank. Don't use for building. These are expensive and loud. Oh my gosh. Because I was just looking, and the final star shard, Colossal Star Omega, like look at this from Project EX. And if you're familiar with like the Klein stars, you know it's a little bit expensive. Of course, at the end of the day, it's Project E, so it's like, you know, it's Project E, but yeah, that's still something. So, one thing I do want to do real quick before we end out the episode, just because we can, and it's going to be really cheap for us at this point. I'm going to get a blank kit, and I want to go ahead and get the Zenith kit. And, well, shift right click, but I still have to actually hold it. There we go. Let's complete Zenith Furnace. So for example, if I smelted up Skystone, there we go. Alright, so that's done. We still have to craft the upgrades for it, but we'll do that at some point. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end out this episode here. Come next episode, I mean, we're going to have so much of this stuff that it's not even going to be funny. But yeah, so with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It has been a very, very busy day for me because I've been just exploring dimensions like crazy, and then this microcrafting monster. I'm actually kind of happy that I didn't have to do the Nether Star Furnace, because it was going to be so much just microcrafting. It probably wouldn't have taken like 10 minutes. Well, maybe, but still, I was dreading it at this point during the day, because I'm like, I'm like so ready for bed. But the Nether Star, or the Tier 4 shards, were just getting so close. I was like, okay, I'm just going to have to stay up, push on, get this thing crafted out. And that's why I went ahead and blew those two. If I had known that, I could have done it sooner, because I would have just used our one Nether Star and just done it, because I wasn't going to get the Nether Star generator. But I didn't realize that was a thing. That would save me 9. Waiting for 9 tier 4 shards, I guess. But yeah, it's whatever. It wasn't that bad. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then. And by the way, I went ahead and put our 3 masses and our 3 efficiencies on here. Right now it's 983 RF per tick to run it, and really I could upgrade. I'm not that worried about it. I don't know why I'm worrying about it, because we've got 22 nether stars and building. I actually just got 7 from a single cycle, and I'm not even running looting yet, so I'm not worried about it. And then once we get into our nether star generators and have this running on that, I don't know. Originally I was planning on going with nuclear craft, but I might just run our entire base off nether stars. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to end it out here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time.